How we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to be talking about the sudden rise of EsDeeKid. Now, EsDeeKid has been around for like a year or two now, it seems like, but all of a sudden, very, very recently, ever since like the rumors of Timothy Chalamet started going out, he just has started blowing up. So I just felt the need to make a video about him. He's a masked rapper from Liverpool who, intentionally keeps himself with a mask on and not show anyone who he is to start rumors and stuff. And his marketing strategy has obviously worked out perfectly with him. I mean, being probably one of the most rising artists, or the greatest rising artist so far this year in 2025. So it's very interesting, and take a deep dive into how this happened, how he's been working. For a little bit of backstory, EsDeeKid is a rapper from Liverpool, England, known for a sound that blends with rap and trap. With a distinct Scouse accent, you can hear it right away, and it makes him just so much different than any other rapper. But even though he's become one of the most talked about new artists, his identity is still completely unknown. He performs and appears only with a balaclava covering his face, and he's never done any traditional interview or shown his real self. It's like he's built a career without even being known. His first music surfaced in 2024, including early tracks like Apathy, Ferragamo, and Bally, and the latter of which helped introduce him to international audiences and got attention from people like Pitchfork. I remember Pitchfork had him for like one of the best up-and-coming rappers in 2024. And in June 2025, he dropped his debut album, Rebel, a project that not only resonated with underground fans but also started charting in multiple countries. What's striking is how quickly his streaming numbers grew, with tracks like Phantom racking up tens of millions of views and streams, and his listener count skyrocketing in the millions so fast. But while that musical rise is impressive on its own, there's another layer to this story that most people couldn't have predicted. To be honest, one of the main reasons all this fame came so fast to EsDeeKid, even recently, was because of the Timothy Chalamet rumor, which is basically just a huge viral theory that has been spreading all over TikTok and other social media platforms that Timothy Chalamet, if you don't know who that is a very famous actor in Hollywood. He actually might be EsDeeKid. Well, I personally don't believe this, and I think it's just blasphemy. A lot of people have been like super hooked on it, and even though some people don't even really like his music or don't typically listen to that kind of music, just because they think it's Timothy Chalamet, they're much more inclined to start listening to it, or at least tune in and check it out, making his streams go up so much. And of course, I'm not saying his music's bad, I'm just saying most people usually wouldn't like this kind of music, but I just think honestly, because of how much his views and streams have drived lately, that it honestly has to be because of this rumor. So this all started because obviously EsDeeKid doesn't wear his he wears his balaclava, not showing his face, so the only thing you can see are his eyes. And a lot of TikTok creators have started to compare these two, Timothy Chalamet and EsDeeKid, saying they look strikingly similar. And some fans even pointed out that both EsDeeKid and Timothy Chalamet were seen wearing the same school scarf in unrelated photos. Then there's Timothy Chalamet's past musical interests. Back in school, he used to perform rap under the name Lil Timmy Tim, and has talked about the love of hip-hop, which gave even more fuel to these fans who thought this conspiracy was real. When Timothy Chalamet was asked directly about the rumor during a radio interview, he didn't deny it, instead only giving a weird answer saying, "I got no comment on that, and all will be revealed in due time." And that non-denial only made the internet go insane. It's also important to note that there's still no concrete evidence that Timothy Chalamet is EsDeeKid, and reporting even points out scheduling conflicts that make it highly unlikely. For example, EsDeeKid performed in Milan on a night when Timothy Chalamet was definitely in New York, meaning it couldn't physically be him. Still, once that rumor caught fire, something interesting happened. The Timothy Chalamet theory wasn't even a tiny internet meme, it went viral. They spread on TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, and all these news outlets, getting people who had never even heard of EsDeeKid to click, listen, and share his music. Some tracking reports showed his streaming activity jumped significantly after the rumor took off, meaning more ears, more plays, and more growth that he might have otherwise never seen. It's one of those modern music stories where social media speculation starts to shape a career. People weren't just listening because they liked the music, some were just listening out of curiosity or even to see if the rumors were true. Now, some Timothy Chalamet fans may ask, why does EsDeeKid even matter if it's not him? Why are we obsessing over this person? But beyond the memes and wild theories, what makes EsDeeKid actually notable is this. He's one of the rare artists who became globally known without even showing his face and being Scouse. There's not many artists out there that are Scouse, rap, and are famous. You know, it's just really unique. I mean, the UK underground scene has been going crazy, obviously, and this can be, I mean, EsDeeKid is one of these artists that has just taken off. Obviously, there's other artists that give credit to, but none of these rappers that are blowing up right now are Scouts, differentiating him from everyone else. Also, doing no interviews, no sorts of promotion, no known face, no mainstream press or anything like that. Yet he's still here making millions of dollars, generating millions of streams, and a huge fan base of people besides just the conspiracy theorists. I mean, it just shows how talented he is, how unique he is, and how nobody else is really doing stuff like this, you know? And he's a part of a new wave of music where being anonymous can just be as compelling as what's like on the music itself. I mean, you don't know where it's coming from, but it's still so unique, and you want to hear more and you want to learn more. I mean, it gets you more interested because you don't know who's actually making the music. You want and it like makes you want to know who is making this music. I mean, this is very interesting, you know? So it appeals to a lot of fans, and it's super unique, and his marketing strategy has worked perfectly. I mean, even on social media platforms, he doesn't post anything. I mean, he'll occasionally post just some outfit photos or something like that, but almost never will he actually like show anything. Obviously, he has never shown his face and stuff like that, but like he raps about like money, clothes, and being Scouse and like football, you know? I mean, he's very unique. It's crazy how well his marketing. So now, after I told you a little bit about what I think about EsDeeKid, I want to know what you guys think. So leave a comment down below. Is EsDeeKid really just an anonymous guy from Liverpool, or do you think he's Timothy Chalamet? I mean, I personally don't think it's Timothy Chalamet, you know, but it's very interesting. So I really want to hear what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, leave a comment what you think. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you liked the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.